Hi, I'm personal injury attorney Jason Macri. My firm has handled numerous cases against Winn Dixie for injuries that happened to our clients when they were at Winn Dixie. And I'm going to give you some tips today to help you determine what you can do if you become injured at Winn Dixie. You know, the majority of the time people slip and fall when they're in a grocery store like Winn Dixie. It may be because a puddle is on the floor or some other dangerous condition exists that cause you to become injured. You know, right away what you want to do is you want to notify Winn Dixie employees that you've been injured. Show them exactly where you were injured. Talk to the manager and tell the manager how you were injured. Show them where you were injured and ask them to complete an incident report. You want there to be evidence that you became injured while you were at Winn Dixie. Request medical attention if you've been injured. That's very important for you to get medical attention. So ask the manager to call 911. And if they're unwilling to do it for you, call 911 yourself and have them respond to the area where you've been injured and provide you with medical attention. If you need transport to the hospital, ask them to take you to the hospital. You need to be able to get medical attention for your injuries. But while you're there, if you're at Winn Dixie and you become injured, try to identify if there are any witnesses. It'll be very important to prove how you became injured and where you became injured and what caused your injury. Witnesses are a very good method of doing that. Ask people for their names and telephone numbers and try to document that. We know people aren't automatically thinking, well, I became injured here at Winn Dixie, so what I'll do is I'll try to gather up information. That's not what comes to a person's mind initially, but it's very important. It's very important to gather up evidence to help prove how you became injured, because ultimately we must prove that. We must prove that Winn Dixie had notice of a dangerous condition and that they either knew or should have known that they had a dangerous condition and did nothing to rectify the situation. We have to prove that they had notice, whether it's actual notice or constructive notice that they had a dangerous condition. So gathering up evidence to help show what this condition was and maybe how long it's been there is going to be very important. So after you've tried to determine if there are any witnesses and after you've asked for medical attention and you've requested it, see if you could document what caused you to fall. If you have a camera phone, take photos of it. Take photos of what caused your injury. If it's a puddle, try to determine where the puddle's coming from. If it's a display that's improper or dangerous, photograph it and try to determine how it's dangerous. Whatever it is, if it causes you to become injured, try to snap photographs of it and try to get others to do that for you. If you don't happen to have a camera phone or some other type of camera on you, ask passersby if they're able to photograph it, or maybe people that you're with if they're able to photograph it for you. It'll be very important to try to gather up information. Get medical attention. So if EMS arrives, let them know how you've been injured and what caused you to become injured. Have them document that in their records. And any doctor that you see after that, ask them to document exactly how you've been injured. Tell them what happened to you so that they put it in your records. It'll be very important for us to be able to prove how you became injured. What I do as your attorney, by the time you call me and let me know that you've been injured, it may be a day or two after, it may even be a week after, but immediately what I do is I investigate. I try to find out those very same things that I told you to do. I try to find out how you've been injured. I may have to hire an expert. I may have to hire an investigator. Whatever it is, I'll do it in order to try to determine what caused you an injury and how you became injured. And what I'll do is I'll wait for you to continue with your medical care so that your doctors can try to determine how you've been injured. And once your doctors are able to make that determination, I'll gather up your medical records, I'll gather up all of your bills, and I'll make a demand against Winn Dixie. And I will demand that Winn Dixie compensate you for what you've gone through. At this point, we haven't necessarily filed a lawsuit. Many people want to know, do you file a lawsuit right away? And no, if you don't want us to file a lawsuit right away, we won't. We'll make the claim. We don't have to seek court intervention right away. But at least you know that what we've done is we've investigated and we've gathered up everything we need in order to be successful in court. That way, by the time I make your demand, and I demand compensation for you, if Winn Dixie is unwilling to compensate you for what you've gone through, we can sue them and we'll have a case. And we'll have a successful case because we've done a good investigation and we've gathered up everything we need. And we'll file a lawsuit against them. We handle our cases in-house. We don't farm them out to other firms. So if we need to file a lawsuit, we'll do that for you. We'll take it all the way to a jury if that's where it needs to go in order to get you compensated. So if you've been injured at a Winn Dixie or any other supermarket or place and you need the help of a lawyer, call us and we'll help make sure your rights are protected and that everything is done to make sure that your case goes where it needs to go. Thank you.